Lenn Woolston, writer, blogger, and nerd. Thanks for stopping by my channel today. So you've written a manuscript, you've gone through it a few times yourself, and now you're probably wondering, what do I do now? And you may have even asked, should I hire an editor? Well, we're going to talk about that today, and I'm going to share with you my experience. And while every path to publication for a writer is different, I wanted to go ahead and share my insight and my knowledge on this subject. So here we go. So why does anybody hire an editor to look over their manuscript? And it actually is a lot of times when you're going through it yourself and you're digging through those words, you're reading your manuscript over and over and over again, you're going to not catch everything. Yeah, I know, seems kind of rough when you think about it, but the reality is that even if you are going through it word by word, reading it out loud, chances are you are going to miss something. There are going to be some typos, there are going to be some other aspects that are just not working for the story overall, and so you're going to miss out on what that actually entails for somebody else to be able to put a fresh pair of eyes on your manuscript. And let's put things in perspective here. You have one shot to wow some agent. Yeah, one shot. So how awful would it be that you got skipped over because of some typos or an improper use of syntax? Yeah, that would be awful. You may be saying, well, I'm self-publishing. I don't have to go through the querying process. Well, even more reason for you to hire an editor. As a self-published author, you're going to want somebody else to look over your manuscript and to make sure that it is in pristine condition. Again, think about this. A reader is going to pick up your book and they're going to open it up and they're going to start reading and, oh, is that a typo glaring at them? Oh gosh, is that the wrong word and you really meant something else? An editor will be able to catch that, and again, it is definitely worth it. And you may be saying, but Lenn, it's so expensive. And you're right, for good reason. Remember, you are hiring a professional to look at your work. So even though it seems like, oh my gosh, this is so much and this is just a cost I can't incur, you have to think of this as your book is part of your business. And with that, you want to be able to invest in yourself and in your business. And hiring an editor is part of that. And now for some sad news. Even hiring a professional editor to look over your manuscript does not guarantee that you are going to have an agent pick up your work. Yes, I know, that's the sucky part. It is the uncertainty of it all. You may invest in this and it may not work out, or you can invest in it and it will work out. So you're thinking, well, is it even worth it? Well, like there's no guarantee that you're going to wake up tomorrow morning. There's no guarantee that your work is going to get picked up, which is extremely morbid. Again, you have one shot to dazzle the literary world with your work, and you want that to be the best work that it can be. So hiring a professional editor is worth every single penny, in my opinion. And here's an author confession of mine. I hire an editor myself to look over my manuscripts. Even though I have several of my critique partners and I have beta readers and I have other people that are constantly looking at my work, whether it be just a few pages or they read the entire manuscript, and having all those sets of eyes is really great and it's really encouraging, but at the end of the day, it's valuable to me to hire an editor because I want somebody that is a grammar nerd that's going to be able to point out all my mistakes. And if I'm completely honest, in my day job, I am required to do a lot of proofreading myself, and I have to be trained in the English language, and I have to know all these grammar rules and everything for my job. You'd think that I would have this down and be able to do it myself. Well, that's not the case. Sadly, even I, as most of us do, when we're looking at our own work, we're too invested in it on so many levels, and we're not able to pull back and to look at it for just it being a manuscript that needs to have it all polished and everything. I mean, there's parts of us that are literally in this text, and so being able to get somebody who is a professional, who knows all of those grammar rules that are really hard to remember, they're able to look at it and be able to give you insight as to where you have mistakes. They also will point out any plot holes. They also will look at it over a huge, big picture, looking at all the developmental aspects of your manuscript. And so it is so worth it, in my opinion. Every time I have had somebody on a professional level give me their insight and to be able to share that work, it has always benefited me, and I don't know where I would be with my manuscripts if I didn't invest in an editor. So where do you find these mythical creatures known as professional editors? They are out there. And you can definitely go on social media to ask your writer friends who they recommend and what their experience has been. And that is one of the greatest ways that you are able to get on a personal connection. You could go out there and tweet saying that you're looking for an editor. You will be bombarded with a lot of people offering their services. But either way, that's a way to get people's attention. But here comes the warning. Yes, warning. Do your research. Remember that this is your book baby, and with that, you don't want anybody just taking it as you would with your own child. You want to do your research. You want to make sure that they are a professional. You want to make sure that the way that they provide their feedback and the way that they are going to provide this service is going to be conducive to what your needs and wants are. And here's something to note. A professional editor will discuss with you all the details of what their services entail, what their background is, their past clientele. They'll be able to tell you what fees they charge and different payment options, and this will all happen before you actually book them and pay any penny to them. So you'll be able to see what they offer, and you can do price comparisons. You can also do service comparisons within your realm of who you find in your potential editor. And all this to say that a professional will not charge you up front without answering those questions. That is how you are able to distinguish whether or not they know what they're doing. In addition to asking around on social media, there is always Google at your hands that you're able to type in what you're looking for. But again, do your research, because you don't want to end up with somebody who's claiming to be a professional and they're really not. So maybe you're starting to get interested in this idea of hiring a professional editor. Well, I have good news for you. I am currently accepting new clients for my own business, and you can check out the link down below in the description box for my services. That will take you to my website, or you can check out slingkeyboards.com to see all that I offer and get in touch with me if that is something that you're interested in. So hopefully by now you kind of have an understanding of if you should hire an editor, and in my opinion, yes. It's definitely worth it. It is something that I have found value in, and I tell everybody to at least look into it if you're getting serious about that manuscript of yours. Well, that's all I have for this video. If this is your first time here, just want to say welcome to my channel. You can go ahead and give it a like with the thumbs up. Go ahead and click on the subscribe button so you don't miss any of my videos. I post my writing related videos on Fridays, and you can ring that bell to get that notification so you stay up to date on all that I'm doing. You can go ahead and follow me on my adventures on social media, which have the links down below in the description box so we can follow each other. And with that, I hope you guys have a wonderful week, and until next video, bye!